Hey guys, what's going on? Jebb here, and in today's video, I'm going to answer two questions for you. Number one, why did Bitcoin have a massive drop? And number two, where are we heading next? If you want to know what's coming up next in the Bitcoin and cryptocurrency markets, you found the right video. Without much further ado, guys, let's go ahead and dive right on into it. Guys, there are two major levels of support that Bitcoin pulled back to over the weekend. As you guys know, we had a major drop, and the reason that drop happened was because there was a $2 billion liquidation of longs that happened on the 3rd and 4th of December. And during that time, we've also seen the cryptocurrency fear and greed index drop all the way down to 16, as there has been a lot of really bearish news about Mt. Gox having 140,000 Bitcoin returning to trustees, and Evergrande potentially going under with their $350 billion worth of debt. On top of that, we've also got some concerns of a new variant in the United States, but at the moment, Bitcoin is holding firm on these two levels of support. Number one, the first level of support is a downtrend that we can see has been in play ever since the 15th of April. We also have a touch right here on the 6th of September, and that pulls us all the way back down to where we are right now. But then if we zoom out, we can also see that there's a long-term uptrending level of support that has been in play ever since March the 13th of 2020, and then we have another touch here in early October of 2020, and then we have another touch here July the 20th of 2021. And then that gives us convergent support right here in between $46,000 and $48,000. Now, as you guys know, we go over all of the technical analysis on Bitcoin in the morning show. It would take me 20 minutes to do it here, and we've already done it in the live show, so make sure you go back and watch that. But what I want to tell you here is this. Bitcoin had a major correction, and when it had that major correction, two things happened. Number one, the weak investors got shaken out. We saw that happen with the liquidations. A lot of weak traders and people that don't know to use stop losses learned a hard lesson, and they got sold out of their positions. But number two, a lot of people that are very excited about the future of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency have bought. Now, I haven't bought this dip, and the only reason I haven't bought this dip is because I'm already very leveraged in cryptocurrency. Over 70% of my net worth is in cryptocurrency already, so I'm not going to go adding more to that pile. But if I wasn't already where I wanted to be in crypto, you can bet your bottom dollar I'd be buying Bitcoin right now, I'd be buying Ethereum right now, I'd be buying Cardano right now. I'm tempted to go ahead and buy Cardano anyway because it's such a great project. There are a lot of great buying opportunities right now. So number one, a lot of people that are fearful, that don't know what they're doing and don't see the future potential of Bitcoin sold. Number two, a lot of great people that really understand where Bitcoin is going have bought. Your question that you have to ask yourself is, which side of that camp do you want to be on? Do you want to be in the side, do you want to be in the camp where people are selling and they're getting fearful and they're exiting the space? Or do you want to be on the side of the winners in history that bought the dip? People saw crashes like this happen in 2008, and you saw the exact same thing happen. One person sold, the other person bought, because every time you buy or sell, there's got to be a buyer and a seller. You can't just have one without the other. Whenever people were selling at the bottom in 2008, we're talking the housing market, we're talking stocks, we're talking about precious metals, we're talking about commodities, bonds, futures, all of that. When people were selling the bottom, the smart money was buying. You know how many billionaires were made at the bottom in 2008? You know how many people right now have all the money they do because they bought real estate back then? They bought a home for $100,000 and now it's worth $400,000. People do that all the time. So as I said, the question you have to ask yourself is, which side of history do you want to be on? Because as we talked about earlier, Bitcoin has found very strong support around 48,000. Now I'm going to be very clear with you. The bottom might not be in yet. In fact, I could see Bitcoin going all the way down to $40,000 again. If that happens, here's what you want to do. You want to think about buying more. Not waiting until then to buy. I think it's a mistake to say, oh, I think it's going to go down to $40,000, so I'm not going to buy any right now. I think that's a mistake because we might not go down to $40,000. But the point is, somewhere in this region, this is probably the lowest you're ever going to see Bitcoin again. I don't think we're ever going to see a $35,000 Bitcoin again. I just don't think it's going to happen. We might see a $40,000 Bitcoin, but $50,000 is going to look like a steal here in 3 or 4 years. So as I said 2 times now, and I'm going to tell you a third time, the question you have to ask yourself is, do you want to be on the side of the people that are going to FUD out of their trades, or do you want to be on the side of the people that are going to buy for the long term? Because it is very easy for what's happened over the last 7 days to distract you from what's happened over the last 10 years. Look at my chart. Look at it, guys. You haven't seen it in a while, and you haven't zoomed out. Might be good for you. Take a look at what the entire history of Bitcoin looks like. Oh, you know, just, I don't even know what that number is. 100,000, 157 million % up. We're up 157 million %. Do I need to make... You understand what I'm saying? Like, when in doubt, zoom out. We've seen a drop over the last 7 days. It doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. I've watched massive crashes in my time. I've watched Bitcoin drop 50% in an hour. That happened March 13th last year, March 14th last year. So if you're in doubt, zoom out and subscribe to this channel, because we're going to make sure that you guys are up to date on everything happening in crypto. And if we think we're going into a bear market, we will be the first ones to tell you. But I don't think that's happening. I think the bottom is close. I don't think it's in yet, but I think it's close. Tell me in the comment section down below, are you looking to buy at these levels, or are you worried that these levels are not going to hold and that we're going to push a lot lower? I'd love to hear your thoughts. And also, big question of the day, are we going into a bear market, yay or nay? Tell me down below. Also, make sure to follow us everywhere at CryptoJebb over on Instagram and Twitter. We're growing quickly over there, posting a lot of content. We're over on at CryptoJebb Official. And thank you guys so very much for your well wishes with my sick voice. I got tested. It's not the Backstreet Boys as a Game Grumps reference. It's not that. It's not the thing that's going around that we don't want to get. But I do have a cold, and I appreciate all of your warm wishes. Anyway, guys, let's keep driving towards financial freedom. Before I go, I do just first want to thank each and every single last one of you for watching, as always, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Hey, you made it to the end of the video. If you enjoyed this video, you should definitely consider subscribing because we're trying to help you become financially free in these cryptocurrency markets. And also, consider following us on Twitter at CryptoJebb for more updates on the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies.
Peace.